And now, before you begin to relax very deeply, I'm going to say a few words about how you can create more and more happy and joyful, enjoyable and uplifting moments every day in your life. Have you ever considered what it might be like to feel more cheerful and positive in general? Not because anything specific has changed in your life, but only because you simply have learned how to instinctively focus on what's good and to build more positive associations to each and every part of your life. You may have heard of Pavlov dogs, that famous experiment which showed that if you just ring a bell every time you present the dog with food, soon the dog will salivate just when you ring the bell. So the bell becomes a trigger for an instinctive response. And this has been trained into the dog. People build very similar autonomic responses in their lives, and not all of them are good. Some people get an automatic sinking feeling when they think about Monday morning, for example, or when they have to meet with one of those difficult people, or when they need to get a chore done. Of course, some tasks are more difficult than others, and sometimes you need a sense of resolve and determination to get through something challenging. But too many people let that sinking feeling, all that sense of apathy, boredom, or whatever it is, become attached to a whole collection of different triggers in their lives that really don't have to trigger such strong and uncomfortable emotions. The more you take the time to remember the best times with your partner, to find enjoyment in your work, to appreciate a morning walk, for example, the more you will find life becomes so much more enjoyable in general. And it is not just the big, important things. You can build positive associations with any event, any trigger in your day. It could be just as simple as opening the front door when you are about to leave the house, or time when you brush your teeth. You can even build positive associations around things you do find challenging, and that way adapt. So, as you allow that to deeply sink in, and before you begin to go into a deeply focused, internal, aware state, where you can build a new, powerful, positive association, it's important that you can stop and bring to mind one specific trigger, one you would like to create more positive feelings around. Just select one event that occurs regularly in your life. Perhaps it's seeing a certain person, or going to a particular place, hearing a specific sound, or doing something you do often. And you can really choose anything you like. Just think of one now and dive into your memory fully of how this experience really feels like. Get a sense of how it is to be in that situation where you see, hear, or feel it. And now I'd like you to consider, what is the positive association you would like to build with that event, situation, trigger? And perhaps a special positive memory already comes to mind. And as you are sitting comfortably, and you can allow your eyes to close if you haven't yet, allowing those muscles around your eyes to relax completely. And just noticing that memory that comes to mind, an enjoyable experience can make you smile or feel a sense of passion or satisfaction. Or maybe you just need a bit more time for a more positive memory to come up. Take that time and allow your mind to wander through all those many moments of your life. And you can wonder, what moment will come up for you now? Maybe a moment you associate with laughter, or with achievement, or with love, with fulfillment, with calm. Maybe times with friends, times with loved ones, times with activities you love. It doesn't really matter what it is right now, because there are so many possibilities, and there's no need to settle in just one now. And just begin to let that conscious mind of yours rest. And let that body begin to relax deeply. So your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind, can step forward. Because positive associations, building connections, is something your subconscious mind understands. And you can just let that choice of yours be a choice you make instinctively, while you just take a slow, deep breath, letting the air out slowly and smoothly, like a wonderfully relaxing sigh. And as you continue to let those facial muscles soften and your shoulders loosen, just notice yourself drifting down into a wonderful moment from your past. Perhaps something you fondly remember. Perhaps something you haven't thought of in a long time. And you could be surprised and delighted. Just select unconsciously while you are relaxing more and more. And you can find more and more golden moments in your past, even now. And I wonder, what magical memory is blossoming in your mind right now, giving you all those wonderful sensations, images, and thoughts, amplifying those feelings for you as they are growing and spreading all through your mind and body. Because as you see what you saw in a wonderful moment in your past, and hear what you heard, and let the colors glow vivid around you, and the sounds envelop you as you smell the air and see the light of that time. As you can take a snapshot of that time in your past now, allow it to become a movie, bringing it to life and become part of it. And remind yourself what it's like to really feel good about something. And still, really, let this feeling grow even stronger, letting it flow down and filling all of your body. And maybe you can get a sense of warmth or a tingling sensation, maybe a freshness, aliveness. Maybe a smile begins to grow in your face and you begin to feel wonderful from the inside out and the outside in. And as that feeling grows with every breath you take, you might remember the best part of this memory. And then you can immerse yourself in it now. And now, just for a tiny moment, remember that trigger you selected at the start. A short flash of that is enough. While you continue to nurture that wonderful feeling inside you, growing stronger still. And then just let all of that fade for the moment and take another slow, deep breath, settling yourself into even deeper rest. Because what you're doing here is something you have done all your life. You are building instinctive associations. And when you were very young, you heard words. And at first, they were just sounds before you knew their meaning. And you created associations for what they meant. For example, you learned how to get something to eat or drink, to get some sweets. And with time you expanded the association and the meanings of to get something. Your understanding expanded. So to get better is different from to get a cold or some food. And maybe suddenly you get what someone means. And you could get on with something or someone, or get away for a while. One simple word can have so many different associations as you have learned throughout your life. Something so short and simple can mean many different things in life. Your life. And there was this memory I would like you to remember again. That best of those wonderful feelings. Bring it into now. Seeing what you saw. Hearing what you heard. The sensations that went along with it. And then slowly turning up the feelings as if there was a button you could just turn on inside of you. Turning up the well-being and happiness shining from within. As you might feel a smile, feeling growing in your heart. And as you continue to feel wonderful even more than before, I would like you to get a sense of that trigger you chose once again. Just for a moment, remember that and notice you can still feel wonderful in that situation. And now fade back to that wonderful memory again. That memory of well-being and happiness. Enjoying the experience with every special detail just coming back to you. And we learn to enjoy so many things in life. And as you let yourself relax even deeper, you can just consider that there are things you really enjoy today. Things you maybe didn't know how to appreciate as a child. Books or movies. Things that you couldn't have appreciated back then. You needed to learn to appreciate those things first. And you can learn to enjoy new things. And you can learn, you can enjoy things you didn't used to enjoy. And there are times in your life where you notice, you feel suddenly good, just like that, for no reason. Just having a cheerful, good day, built on cheerful, good moments. And so with time, you can always choose new moments to enrich. You can always choose to build new associations. You can grow those moments of fulfillment and satisfaction, and you can fill yourself with more happiness, well-being, and joy each and every day. You can brighten up your days and every part of your life for no other reason than feeling good now. And you can choose and embrace new possibilities, creating more and different understandings and meanings around simple things, even more. And brighten up the people around you, lifting their spirits too, making many things easier for you and others. And find out just how fantastic your future is becoming, even now. And if you just hold on for a moment and slowly imagine that you are experiencing that trigger situation that you chose at the start, and slowly turn up the sound and the images of that trigger situation, you can notice what starts to happen automatically as you begin to feel wonderful, naturally and effortlessly. So when you imagine that trigger fully, you can feel absolutely wonderful in a way that will only become stronger and more deeply embedded each and every time. And now, as you prepare to become wide awake, you can just take note of the position of your body and the sensations of whatever you are resting on. Maybe the contact of your body in your chair, with your chair. And just begin to return your attention to the here and now, to your immediate surroundings. And you can feel very good as you do so. And then you can just come back all the way back now as you open your eyes, giving your body a good stretch. Excellent. Welcome back.